Good day, everyone. My name is Nika Caranto, and today we're going to be talking about nature of human technology, relationships between human and technology. So first, what do we mean by nature of human technology? Nature of human technology is how the interaction takes place between human and technology. As simple as that, that is the nature of human technology. So now we know what is the nature of human technology. Let us know Don IDs. Don ID is has original studies in phenomenology, notably in the works of listening and voice. Experimental phenomenology also, and more recently in the Post Phenomenology in the Northwestern University Press in 1973. He has also been a North American pioneer in the philosophy of technology, publishing the widely recognized techniques and praxis and technology in the life world. He also has turned to science studies or technoscience. In these areas, his works, Instrumental Realism in Indiana University Press in 1991, Expanding Hermeneutics, Visualism in Science, and Bodies and Technologies are prominent. Now we know Don Ivy. Let us know his ideas of the four relations. The first one is embodiment. What is embodiment? Embodiment is the technology as an extension of human beings. So for example, the phone that we have. We use the phone to talk to somebody. But we don't use the phone to talk to the phone itself. So we use the technology through the world. Another example is the eyeglasses. Since it is an embodiment relations, it became an extension of ourselves. So when we use our sunglasses, we look at it, we use it, we look at the world, not looking at the sunglasses itself. Next one is hermeneutic relations, from the word itself, hermeneutic relations. We need, these are the technologies that we use to see the invisibles of the world. So for example, we use this thermometer for us to be able to see the numerical value of the temperature. So hindi naman natin nakikita yung temperature itself. So we need to use the technology to see this, to see the numerical value of it. Another thing is an MRI. So hindi natin kayang makita with our bare eyes or naked eyes yung human brain activities. So we need to use technology to see those para ma-help tayo na ma-identify yung activities of our brains. Next one is alterity relations. Human through technology and the world is not around it. So for example here is the vending machine. So ginagamit mo yung vending machine, nagkakaroon kayo ng interaction ng vending machine, pero yung world is just a background. It's just there. Hindi siya kailangan sa interaction na to. Another example is an ATM machine. So, nagwi-withdraw ka lang, kumukuha ka lang ng pera dun sa machine na yun. After mo yun magamit, tapos na. So, hindi kailangan ng iba pang aspect para makakuha ka nung kailangan mong makuha sa machine na to or sa technology na to. Next one is background relations. From the word itself, no, background. So, one of the example of this is the sound of the air conditioner. Kasi sa background relations, nandun lang siya sa likod. It became the context of the human experience. So ayan, yung pinaka-best example talaga is yung tunog ng air conditioners, yung heat na nanggagaling sa heating pad or sa heating installations sa house ninyo. Another example I have is the light bulb. Hindi mo hinahawakan yung light bulb, so it's not embodiment. Hindi siya hermeneutic kasi yung hermeneutic is makikita mo yung hindi nakikita ng naked eye. Hindi siya alterity kasi hindi naman siya outside. It is a background relations kasi nandoon lang siya sa background natin. Kailangan natin siya para umilaw yung buong kwarto. So it became a background relations. One of the example of background relations. So we know Don ID's four relations. Let's take a look at the new relations. Pero etong apat na or three rather na relations na ito ay inspired din kay Don ID. So what are those? The first one is fusion. From the word itself, nagkakaroon ng fusion yung human and technology to the world. So one of the example is yung prosthetic, leg prosthetic. Nagkakaroon ng fusion, di ba? Nakadikit na sa atin yung prosthetic for us to be able to walk. And another thing is the breast implant. Nandoon na siya sa loob ng katawan natin. It fused to us. Di ba? Ayan. So next one is the immersion. Nagkakaroon ng merging. Ayan, one of the example I have in here is yung automatic bed and automatic toilet bowl. So bakit immersion, 'di ba? Kasi yung human, nagkakaroon siya ng interaction through the world. It became a connection, no? So yung immersion is nagkakaroon siya ng different connections, sensors and all those stuffs para ma-experience natin yung world. Bali nag-merge yung technology sa world. Ayan, and we humans experience the merging of those. Diba? Ayan. Next one naman is augmentation. Augmentation is a combination of hermeneutics and embodiment. Ayan. So, ang example ko dito ay yung eyeglasses na Mr. Stark na binigay niya kay Spider-Man dun sa Spider-Man 2. Why? Kasi we use, di ba? We use the glass as an extension of ourselves. Di ba? We look into it to see the world. But at the same time, yung glass ni Mr. Stark has AI. That's why nakikita mo rin yung mga hindi na dapat makita or hindi visible sa ating naked eye, like the information of other people or the temperature that we have or nasan ka na ba in terms of GPS, something like that. Ayan. So now that these topics, I learned in these topics or in this report, I have these major realizations. So the first one is technology can be a threat to humanity. Why? Kasi di ba sobrang advanced na ng technology and there is an experiment na yung robots daw can fool people already. So sobrang advanced niya. So there will be a time, and it is not impossible, that technology can live with us like a human being. And I think that's a threat to our extinction of humanity. And actually, I've watched a movie about it. Na people are already extinct, and robots are the ones who lived in the earth. Ayan. Next one is change is inevitable. Paano, 'di ba? Alam naman natin, it's a cliche thing that if they say that change is the only permanent thing in the world, because that is true. Change is inevitable. Everything changes. But we have to remember as a values education teacher that we need to be adaptive to the change. We need to change for the better for the children and for us to be able to make advancement. With the use of technology, we can be a great teachers. Ayan. Next one is technology can never replace good teachers. So, alam naman natin na sobrang advanced na ng technology. But I think technology can never replace good teachers. Why? Because we have to remember that people need people interaction. They need someone who can they look up to as a models, di ba? So, I therefore conclude that technology can never replace good teachers. And in addition to that, good teachers have good pedagogies. And the pedagogies are something that technology can't provide to the students unless it is with the teacher itself. So technology can never replace good teachers, but technologies with good teachers can be great. Ayan. So next one is implication to ethical and moral principles. I have here utilitarianism, accountability, and respect. So we have to remember that technology is a great thing for the most people, but it became a threat because people who uses who is accused in cyber crimes or kasama sila sa mga gumagawa ng mga cyber crimes in the internet, they do not see themselves accountable for what they did. And also, nawawala yung respect nila sa privacy ng mga tao. So, therefore, technology can be a threat to humanity. Technology is great at all. Technology and advancement is good. And I look forward to the future. But we need to stand to our moralities, to the values we uphold, and remember that there are good things and technologies with the use of great minds can be great too. And that's all. That's my report for nature of human technology, relationships between human and technology. My name is Nika Caranto. Thank you for listening.